numbers start to glow. Eyes wide in the dark, afraid to let it go. Candlelight dancing, pulling me in. One more trade, let the madness begin. It said wait, but I'm too far gone. Heart like a siren, I'm holding on. Hoping the charts, fear in my veins. FOMO Friday calls my name. FOMO Friday, can't look away. Moonlight bouncing off a green cascade. I should've stayed up, but I dove inside, chasing that rush like a tidal rise. FOMO Friday, I'm not okay, but I don't wanna miss that wave. Late night rhythm, echo in my chest. One red candle, then all the rest. Friends asleep, I'm wide awake, riding this chart till my fingers shake. Every tick's a heartbeat, every loss a prayer. But I can't stand still while magic's in the air. FOMO Friday, light up the sky. I'll risk it all just to feel alive. Caught in a breakout, lost in the haze. I'm dancing on digits, rolling through waves. FOMO Friday, no retreat, just faith and fear and fire beneath. Late night rhythm, echo in my chest. One red candle, then all the rest. Friends asleep, I'm wide awake, riding this chart till my fingers shake. FOMO Friday, I'm not okay, but I don't wanna miss that wave. But I can't stand still while magic's in the air. FOMO Friday, light up the sky. I'll risk it all just to feel alive. Caught in a breakout, lost in the haze. I'm dancing on digits, floating through waves. FOMO Friday, no retreat, just faith, fear, fire beneath.
Welcome to the night where we light up the spark. We're trading crypto, finance, you'll be mad on the charts. Hosted by the one, Lunar Beaches Top Shark. Dive deep into the numbers cause this ain't no lark. We're crunching all the data, making money moves fast. From Wall Street to the blockchain, making predictions last. Community together in this financial blast. Markets after dark, shatter ceilings made of glass. Mad on the charts with Lunar's bright lights. Crypto markets soaring through the night. Follow the trends, see future in sight. It's markets after dark, the financial flight. From Bitcoin to Ethereum, we're mapping the road. Stock tips and insights, secrets ready to unload. Trading strategies, sharp on knowledge be showed. Let Lunar Beaches guide you to the mother lode. Economic loops and the way the dollar flows. Community vibes where everybody grows.
Good evening and welcome to Markets After Dark, where we go mad on the charts. Thank you all for being here. I do appreciate each and every single one of you. We're coming to you live Sunday through Thursday, 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm LBC. This is the Piper Academy Network. You can see by the little logo up here in the top. And everything looks to be playing out very well. We'll get into it. We have major stock indices breaking into new all-time highs. First it was the NASDAQ. Now it's the SP500. So we have two of the three. Are we waiting on the DOW? Or will Bitcoin break out before the DOW? History says it waits on the DOW, but we'll see. We shall see. Hope you enjoyed the FOMO Friday song. Trying to do something different almost every time we come on here, you know? Pretty fun. I need to get a subscription service to this AI music creator so I can actually, do some, so I can make it really do what I'm looking for, you know? Because the prompt limits me to 200, but I can't complain because it's free. But yeah, thank you all for being here. I do appreciate each and every single one of you. And who am I talking to? That would be you, the Madhouse. What's going on, everybody? Hope you're doing well. Hope you had an amazing Thursday and are prepared for Friday and the weekend. We're almost there. We just got one more day, and we're done. And then we can go and touch grass. If it's not too hot outside to go out and touch the grass. The grass might burn you, especially where I live. The grass will burn you, okay? It'll burn your feet. Even the grass is hot, okay? The grass is hot. Everything is hot. I don't even want to tell you what my electricity bill was for last month, and it's only going to get worse. What's going on, everybody? What's going on, Madhouse? How you guys doing? Indie Rock Crypto, IRC, MF. What's going on, IRC? Thank you for being here. Happy FOMO Friday to you. Good evening. FOMO Friday. All set. What's going on? All set. Hope you're doing well, my friend. I should have some time this weekend to really dive deep into the thing we were talking about. I think I told you that yesterday, but yeah, maybe even tomorrow, but definitely should have some time on Saturday to go over that stuff. Be pretty cool. Alexandra G in the house, the mod queen, the mod boss, the mod god. What is going on? Thank you for being here, Alexandra G. That G stands for God, mod god. Harp, what's going on? Throwing up the old devil horns. Or metal horns, or I'm not even going to say it because I don't care for the team. Something hook, something hook. I don't know. Jeanette, what's going on? Jeanette, OG in the house. Outta gang. Not sure it hit 80 here today. Wow. Harp, I'm just shh. Stop talking about your 80-degree weather. It's unfair to the rest of us, okay? As a matter of fact, it's almost psychological warfare. And I might sue you over it, okay? Not that one, Harp. It's definitely not that one. Wolf Park? What? Wolf Pack? Oh yeah, the Wolf Pack. We're all the Wolf Pack. We're not the Wolf Pack because I don't have. That's funny. I said Wolf Pack after I said Wolf Park, but then I said Wolf Pack as I corrected you without even thinking about correcting you. That was kind of weird. It's almost like I was speaking with like a Boston accent. We're going over to the Wolf Pack. Wolf Pack. Mad needed a winter jacket first thing this morning. Man, go away, Harp. Stop it. Mad love, Harp. All right, so I'm gonna let you guys decide. Do we go ahead and get into the charts? Press 1, or do we play the alumni song and then get into the charts? Press 2. You tell me what you want to do. Do we want to get a little more hype before we begin, or do we just want to begin? Do 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 do. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Conflicting. We've got a 3, we've got a 2, and we've got a charts. First, there is no 3. Charts wasn't I mean, it works. Okay, 1. Okay, 1. Okay, 2. Wait. 2. Wait. Chart and music to refresh. Charts. Everybody just wants to get to the charts. Let's just get to the charts. Taking a look at the S&P 500, we did get a breakout into new all-time high today. Absolutely amazing. Still moving to the upside as we speak. We are sitting at 6,203.5 points. Let's go down to the smaller time frames on the 15-minute. This looks like it could be potentially about to roll over and push down. We'll see. Or we'll see if it can come up and sweep the high and then push down. Or we can see if it breaks above the high, back tests, and then continues to move to the upside. Now, the significance of the S&P 500 breaking out into a new all-time high and the NASDAQ breaking out into a new all-time high, that is typical. Every single time it leads to Bitcoin breaking out to a new all-time high within a matter of weeks. So I think that that's coming, and we're very, very close to that reality, I believe. I don't think we're going to zero, guys. I think we might be well on our way on our last leg of the Bitcoin bull cycle. That's right. I said it. The last leg of the Bitcoin bull cycle. And then all these SPACs, which is, I can never remember it. Something property acquisition, special purpose acquisition company. Thank you. There we go. Ignore me. I'm just bitter because my number one exchange declared insolvency today and I lost more than I can count. Wait, what? Retail FOMO explosion. Wait, whoa. What? I'm sorry to hear that, RMT. What exchange? On last dump, one last dump, please. Maybe. I don't know if we consider it a dump, but yeah. So I guess the exchange didn't like. Were you staking? No, you wouldn't be staking. Maybe. I don't know. That sucks, man. Sorry to hear that. Zegex. It was one of the popular exchanges for new coins. Well, that sucks. How did it become insolvent? I hate to hear that. Well, sorry, RMT. But I'm sure you will make it back and more, because you are amazing at what you do. You know, and you do well with what you know, and I think you're gonna continue to keep killing it. So, yeah, you can still withdraw and off ramp later on. Yep, I don't know. Sorry, RMT. But yeah, so the S&P 500 broke out to a new all-time high. The NASDAQ has broken out to a new all-time high. The only thing that is lagging behind as far as the major stock indices goes is the Dow Jones. Dow Jones is taking its sweet freaking time. But if it goes And then you also see the Russell 2000 come up and break these highs. And Bitcoin is also riding its highs. It's game on, man. It is time to strap in because things are about to get wild. We broke, coming over to Bitcoin on the daily chart, we broke above this downwards trend line. We pulled back exactly to that downwards trend line, and even when we started this day, we pulled back to that trend line, and it held, and we are looking for continuation on Friday. I think we will see that continuation tomorrow, today, and because I still think that we need to come up and take out this high before we get a bigger pullback, potentially. I don't know. It might continue to go, but I don't think we're there just yet. I think we need, like I said, we still need the Dow Jones. We don't necessarily need the Dow Jones to go, but I mean, every single time the Dow Jones has created a new all-time high, Bitcoin has literally gone on to create a new all-time high within a matter, I think it's like 6 weeks. So we shall see, and that's not like that's like once you have, it's kind of like almost a between cycles thing, but more macro, obviously, because you're breaking a new all-time high. But you know, if you break the all-time high one day and then you pull back and then you break that all-time high the next week, that doesn't really count. It's got to be like long periods, like months or like quarters or whatever, and then you get the major stock. Like if Bitcoin and the major stocks are all down at the same time, and then you start to see the indexes go up first, they go first, and then the Russell will also break out. The Russell was a little bit more of an indicator at this point for altcoins, just because it's your small market cap stocks. So I would say that, I would say that the Russell is more for your altcoins. So Bitcoin will likely follow the major stock indices more than the Russell. But the Russell breaking out is more of, and that's why the Russell is actually lagging a little bit more behind than your other stock indices too, because altcoins are lagging a little behind Bitcoin. Not a little bit, a lot of bit behind Bitcoin, to be quite frank. So, let's see. You know, I actually tried withdrawing a few days ago. When I contacted them the other day about it, they said it would process today, and then today they announced insolvency. All deposits, withdrawals, and trading were instantly disabled at midnight. Wow. Rumor is that they took all the PayPay that was in users' wallets and liquidated it all for themselves to the tune of $3.5 billion. Wait, what? What's the market cap of PayPay? Or is that just for the entire exchange? Rumor is that they took all the PayPay that was in users' wallets and liquidated it all for themselves. Yeah, what the frick is the market cap? Market cap. Well, yeah, I don't know, man. Freaking sucks. Go over to the total 3, our altcoin market. I want to do a little comparison here. Actually, let's not do that. Let's do it. Sorry about that. Coin. Let's go to coin. The Coinbase chart. Zoom it on out to the daily. All right. Get rid of that. All right, now let's go to our compare tool and let's add the total 3. Thank you. All set. And do a new price scale on that. And then do this. All right, so do you guys see the similarities here between the Coinbase chart and the altcoin market? Okay. The altcoin market, this thing is almost a 1-to-1. But what has Coinbase been doing? Coinbase has been absolutely ripping. And I see nobody talking about this. Of course, I have not been. I haven't been on the YouTubes much at all this week. So I've missed most of what others are talking about. But I've been on X a lot this week. And even on Crypto X, I haven't seen anybody talking about the coin thing, coin ripping outside of blockchain backer. So shout out to blockchain backer. So you got the total 3. Let's do a comparison with the total 2. So we'll include Ethereum. Oops. Dang it. Gotta do new price scale. There we go. Yeah, look at that. Total 2 is almost a 1-to-1. And it's just gearing up. Look at it. Look at it. Got that notch moving up to the upside. You see Coinbase pumping. Coinbase pumping. Coinbase was out pumping the altcoin market, and then the altcoin market followed suit. Let's change this to candles. See what this looks like. I mean, it's almost a 1-to-1. But you have Coinbase ripping. But the altcoin market's just like right there, man. It's right there. It's getting ready to go. Altcoins are getting ready to run. So, if we are to get a dip on the lower time frames, on your 4-hour time frame, get rid of this. Okay, Bitcoin, you're looking a little bullish, sir. Or ma'am. Last time Coinbase did well was top of last cycle. Actually, the last time Coinbase did well was never. Let's put it this way. The top of the market was when Coinbase IPO'd, or Coinbase's stock was launched on the market, on the stock market. That was when the market topped. It was literally like the day that Coinbase stock launched was the top of the market for Bitcoin, at least. So a coin now is so its all-time high, which was on IPO day, was like $429. Thought I remembered it getting to 420 because of the memes. It got to 420 and Bitcoin got to 69. But nope, we got a little bit higher than that. Let's go ahead and just put a horizontal ray on here. 429.54. So this was the day that it launched. And I remember that push to the upside and that pullback, and it was downhill ever since then. But now we have gone through a bear market. We've gotten a massive sideways correction, and a breakout. We have a lot of altcoin charts that also look like this. I mean, obviously, because the total 2 looks identical to that, except the total 2 has not yet broken out. But I think it is on its way. Everything looks like it's about to go full send. NVIDIA, new all-time high. This, invalidated. Of course, I don't even know when I drew that. When was the last time I was on the NVIDIA chart? NVIDIA, but I did see something about it making a new all-time high today, so I was like, oh, I need to check that out. I haven't even looked at it, but this would be why your NASDAQ has broken out into an all-time high. And yeah, Microsoft also new all-time high this week. Yep. Oh, Microsoft broke it to a new all-time high on June 2nd. Okay. The new all-time high for Microsoft. Meta is on the brink. Google, the old Goog. Nope. Not yet. Not yet. Amazon, very close to an all-time high. Tesla, not so much. Still doing the same old. It might hold this up. We shall see. Apple, not actually doing too hot. Of course, a lot of Apple's latest business decisions have been questionable at best. Got to move down here on gold. That is still currently playing out. Are you just going to go ahead and dump? We'll see. Silver is actually probably pretty darn close to breaking out as well and going absolutely ham. We have the 2-year treasury and the 10-year treasury at 50, pretty much 50, 51, or 50 and a half point spread, which is a recession indicator. But that can change tomorrow, of course. Could change tomorrow, could change next week. Because it hasn't been able to sustain that 50-point spread. Every time we've gone above that 50-point spread, we've gone back down below it within a couple of weeks. Stonks ASML caught my attention today. What is that? ASML holding New York registry shares. Well, you want to short it because of... I'm not going to get into it. It does have a big gap up here that it might come up into. I would definitely watch that gap. See what it does there. But this is actually this looks a bit like the Russell. And if it looks like the Russell, then it could be on its way to a new all-time high. Semiconductors? Okay. And circuits? Okay. Well, there you go. There you have it. A little bit of alpha from Allset. Definitely, I don't know anything about it, so do your own research as always. And remember, none of this is financial advice. I never say that on my streams, but at least I have a disclaimer at the beginning that does it for me. Bitcoin dominance. Did it hit? Did it hit? It hit it. It tapped it and it rejected it. What is it? I think this was a weekly. Yeah, a little bitty tiny weekly fair value gap. Itty bitty thing. Itty bitty, tiny fair value gap. Weekly fair value gap. And we tapped it. And we are rejecting off of it. But if Bitcoin gets a ripping, but if the altcoins follow suit with it and actually start to outperform Bitcoin, then that could bring it down. I don't know. Has the Bitcoin dominance peaked, or does it have more to go? What do you guys think? ASML is on the level of TSMC. Okay. So they're like on that second tier below Nvidia, I suppose. What do we have going on for economic data tomorrow? We've got core PCE. Ooh, that might be a mover tomorrow. Month over month. Your core PCE. Why doesn't it? The overview. Is this new? What is this? Prices, categories, prices, bureau. So it's like an inflation indicator. Core consumer prices, 1.9% core inflation rate year over year. Let's just go ahead and do forecast 0.1%. What is tomorrow's expected core PCE and its potential impacts? Send. So, the consensus for May's core PCE due tomorrow, Friday, June 27th, is a 0.1% month over month increase and 2.6% year over year. Why this matters? Fed's policy path. Core PCE is the Federal Reserve's preferred inflation gauge, attained 2.6% year over year, well above blah, blah, blah. Bond market reaction, dollar market volatility summed up at or below plus 0.1 month over month. Inflation cooling continues. Fed pivot remains on track. Markets ease, so it'd be bullish if we hit it or beat it. So we come in under or we're right at it. Above expectations, inflation is stubborn. Hawkish tilt. Yields up, dollar strengthens, risk assets face drag. So, could that be the start? Is London going to pump overnight and then at 7:30, which would actually be 8:30 Eastern Standard Time? I thought I put this on Eastern Standard Time. But at, is it? Yeah, because they don't drop data at 7:30 on Eastern Standard Time. So at 8:30, we'll get the news, or we'll get the data, and if it comes in hot, expect the market to crash going into the weekend, and then maybe not crash, but move to the downside, dump to the downside. Especially if London gets a push overnight. If London gets a push overnight, and then you get a 0.2% reading, expect a crash an hour before the market opens, and then after that, I think the market will probably sell off a little bit. We did just break out into new all-time highs on the SP500 and the NASDAQ this week, and I am expecting some type of pullback before we go on our final leg on Bitcoin. Will this be the catalyst? I don't know. But it will definitely move price in the short term tomorrow. So keep an eye on that tomorrow morning. If you're a scalper, a day trader, pay attention to that news tomorrow, and to that data rather, and then we'll see. We'll see how the markets react. Let's see. Let me ask. I'm going to say Powell testified this week. Based off his testimonies, what impacts could the core PCE reading have? Kind of get a little bit more specific with it. Thank you, LBC. Oh, thank you. I love you and I appreciate you. Tariff-driven inflation risk. Powell emphasized that recent tariffs may inject inflation into prices, but it's unclear whether this is a one-time spike or could become persistent. He stressed the need to watch how deeply and durably these costs are passed to consumers. Data-driven caution. Despite political pressure, Powell reaffirmed the Fed's wait-and-see stance. He's determined to assess incoming data, especially core PCE and other inflation metrics, before deciding on rate cuts. So if we come in under at 0.1 or under 0.1, then we'll probably, I think, get a pump into the weekend. Maybe pump the first part of Friday and just kind of chill out the rest of the day, and then go into the weekend, just chill. Maybe chop a little bit into the weekend. I mean, weekends are typically low volume, so it would not be surprising at all if the market just kind of chilled out over the weekend. Sticky inflation expectations. So the Fed is closely monitoring whether inflation expectations remain anchored. A persistent uptick in core PCE would pressure the Fed to hold off cutting rates to prevent undermining those expectations. So if we want to see a rate cut by September, this number needs to come in at forecast or lower. If it comes in lower, we start to tilt more towards the potential of a July rate cut, especially if our labor market starts to show some real signs of weakness. The Fed will probably do an emergency rate cut. Labor and inflation balance. So with the labor market still strong, Powell wants to ensure low unemployment doesn't fuel inflation. A core PCE higher than expected could shift the Fed's focus from labor support to inflation control. Little thing that people should know is that in a healthy economy, you want between 2 to 5% unemployment. It's weird to say that you want any unemployment, but you actually do want some unemployment. The reasoning for that is people need jobs. RMT, it's more of policy, China, Taiwan, and trade tariffs. ASML, a small buy, the drip scenario. Oh, okay. All right, so soft, less than 0.1% month over month, which would be a 2.6% year over year rate. Signals cooling inflation, aligns with tariffs being transitory, and strengthens the case for rate cuts this year, particularly around September. Powell will see this as data justifying a pivot. So we could see the Treasury yields drop, the dollar drop, and equities go up. Now, how Treasury yields drop, but the US dollar drops too, I don't know, because the definition of the Treasury yield dropping is people buying bonds, which is buying US dollars, which you would think would increase the demand for the dollar, so you would see an increase in the dollar. I don't know. Me no have that big brain. And up for equities in Bitcoin. Hot, meaning 0.2% or above, would mean that's our 0.2% month over month, but that would be a 2.7% or greater year over year, which reinforces concerns about persistent inflation. Powell will likely push back on near-term rate cuts, cautioning against premature action. So, there you go. What's going on, JVI? How you doing? Hope you're doing well. Thank you, Alexander G, for sharing my YouTube, even though I never post on there. Hopefully, maybe I'll get some time this weekend to actually record some videos. I don't know. Weekends are always freaking filled to the gills, but I will do my best. I really want to do a trading course or like a series for beginners all the way up to intermittent to advanced, and once I get to expert BTC.com mining pool drives 98% of Bitcoin miner flows to Binance. Oh well. Boomer bust. Dogecoin awaits critical signal, says analyst. Backed looks to raise $1 billion to fund Bitcoin and digital asset treasury play. By the way, I said it last night. These treasuries, these special purpose acquisition companies, they will be the cause. They will be the cause of the next Bitcoin bear market. Watch. Extended 5-wave scenario puts Bitcoin price above $300,000 with step-like structure in place. So if it continues to do, 4 to 8 months of sideways and then push to the upside, and another 4 to 8 months of sideways and then push to the upside, 4 month, yeah. I mean, honestly, yeah. If it continued to do these types of consolidations, then yeah. But if it goes into a blow off top, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see just how crazy it'll get. I'm definitely not thinking 300,000. My original prediction was 202,000, and even that made my stomach a little queasy. But I did have, charts to back it up a little bit, a lot of it, but it's also speculation and guess, and I hate price predictions like that. So, but I definitely think we'll push past 150K. Somewhere between that 150 to 200, I think we do get to. 200 might just be a little bit too big of a barrier, psychological barrier. We'll see. Maybe it won't be. I don't know. I don't know. 3 reasons why Bitcoin could fall below $100,000. Banking Committee Chair sets September goal for market structure bill. Bitwise adds in-kind redemptions to Doge, apt ETF filings, Aave, Cato, Newton Protocol. Coinbase stock hits new all-time closing high, surging 40% over the past month. Yep, we talked about that. A tale of 3 mayors and Bitcoin's climb from $754. Ethereum gained to 0.16%. Ethereum gained Why is that's on the Dow Jones Newswires? Interesting that. Meta hires former OpenAI top talent amid AGI push. Oh, Meta stealing from OpenAI. So that's why Meta's getting a pump. 3 exchanges. Happy birthday, R.S. Miller. R.S. Miller's in the house. R.S. Miller's in the house. And it is his birthday. That means it is time for the alumni song.
Trade dreams on the cocoa fate, staring at the charts while the world gets late. 808s hit like a comet through the dark. Every fib line's like a glow in the park. Alice did your gene mod, queen divine. She called the shit before it even hits the line. Army Piper speaking signals through the stream, making plays out like a prophecy dream. Port court lighting up the AM flame. Crypto sun rises in his name. OC God with the line so big. Spaghetti charts cooked with 100% intent. We in the madhouse, stars in our sight, trading constellations every single night. From the bottom we rose, now we trot like gods. Celestial moves with the squad at odds. In a waves boom while the trend line bends. We don't chase bumps, we transcend. It's cosmic entries, divine exits. Markets after dark where the truth gets lit. Jay on the shadow, slipping through the zone. Ninja on the block, never moving alone. Buck digging deep in the digital minds. Loose cannon with precision, yeah, he read them signs. Frank the tank, bringing vibes and heat. Talk slick, but his charts don't miss a beat. Jesus saves 7, praying with the light. Faith in the levels, trust in the fight. Melissa hold the legacy down. LBC, so she wear that crown. All set, beaming high vibe rays, while heart throw horns through the gamma waves. We in the madhouse, stars in our sight, trading constellations every single night. From the bottom we rose, now we trot like gods. Celestial moves with the squad at odds. In a waves boom while the trend line bends. We don't chase bumps, we transcend. It's cosmic entries, divine exits. Markets after dark where the truth gets lit. So if you hear that tone in the void at night, that's not an echo. That's us. Still here. Still mad.
Happy birthday, R.S. Miller. Thank you for being here. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, R.S. Miller. Happy birthday to you. What's going on? R.S. Miller. Hope you had an amazing birthday, my friend. I did remember you said bananas, and I remembered I didn't even look at who said it. I remembered it. That's awesome, though. Thank you for stopping by on your birthday and saying bananas. Still mad. Yeah. So yeah, happy birthday, R.S. Miller, and hope you had a great day. And I have a digital cake for you. Here you go. That is yours. You're very welcome. Jesus Saves 77 in the house. What's going on? Jesus Saves. God bless, my friend. Hope you're doing well. Jesus Saves. And yeah. Back over here. We had to get a little bit crazy there for a second. Kind of, we do special things for people's birthdays. Hey there, all set. Hi, everyone. I mean, Jesus Saves 77. Yeah, she said Jesus Saves 78. Jesus Saves wishes he was 1 year younger. Kraken to compete with Venmo and PayPal with new cross-border payments app Crack. You're calling it Crack for real? Crypto exchange Kraken launched Crack, a new global fiat and crypto payments app aiming to compete with payment app giants like Venmo, PayPal, and Cash App. Crack offers users free local payment as well as zero-cost international transactions to more than 160 countries. Users can also earn up to 4.1% rewards for holding global dollar USDG, a US dollar pegged stablecoin issued by Paxos, and up to 10% in staking rewards for other digital assets, according to a company release. The move comes amid a period of growth for Kraken, which is betting on a multi-asset strategy beyond crypto as it looks to go public. Earlier this year, the exchange announced it would launch tokenized stock trading for non-US customers and acquired US retail futures platform NinjaTrader for $1.5 billion. I know NinjaTrader. I didn't know Kraken acquired them. Kraken's new app also plans to integrate features like a crypto credit line, where users can borrow against their digital asset holdings, as well as physical and virtual crack cards. See, look, we're getting into credit lines and fractional crypto banking, and what's the difference between that and what we already have? Well, you actually own your asset, do you? Do you? Just buy Bitcoin, not financial advice, but geez. Even Bitcoin is going down. The only one this is gonna piss some people off. There's only one crypto that will rule them all. If you're a part of the tribe, then you just know. But this one will be the Bitcoin killer. And Bitcoiners would lose their freaking minds. Of course, I'm talking some blasphemy to the orange-pilled people, even though I do love myself some Bitcoin and do think that it has a future, a bright future as well, hopefully, as long as these SPACs don't kill it, but can't really kill Bitcoin. So that's kind of the thing about Bitcoin. Even if those companies go down, guess what? The network doesn't. The network still keeps on chugging along, keeps on creating blocks. The only thing that might happen is miners go bankrupt, and who knows what happens after that. But yeah, this XRP is on the cusp of really breaking out. I don't care what RMT says. If we're here to make money, you got to follow the institutions and the big money. And if you've been paying any kind of attention to XRP, big money loves XRP. Not big Bitcoin money, institutional money. They love them some XRP. There's a reason why it was the first one that Donald Trump mentioned in the crypto asset, crypto treasury, whatever. Reserve, crypto reserve. And then later had to come back and say, oh, and of course Bitcoin and Ethereum will be in it. I do think, though, that they should separate Bitcoin and from everything else. I think Bitcoin should back the new digital financial system. And I think XRP would be a great interoperable ledger that would help facilitate transactions, be a medium of exchange. And it's already got its networking pretty built out through Ripple. And hopefully one day Ripple, I mean, they have less than 50% of the supply. So, and it's all locked up in the escrow. But we'll see. We'll see. I just see a lot of people continuing to doubt and don't think that is wise. Now, you may not like it for philosophical reasons or ideological reasons, but I like it for the potential of money-making reasons, and I like putting my pennies next to the big money dollars, okay? And the big money, I think, is betting on XRP. As it consolidates at the highs, this thing is gonna rip. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. Might even see one more little dip before it gets going, especially if Bitcoin gets a pullback. We'll see one more dip across the board, I believe, if Bitcoin gets a pullback. So, but after that, rip to the upside. We shall see. But yeah. Do we have any movers? Let's go ahead and take a look at some movers, see if we've got anything moving right now. Hi-Fi up 40% today, so far, in a matter of 4 hours. Look at that pump. I have no idea what Hi-Fi is. Sounds like a DeFi project. SEA had a nice dip today. Today, Junior. This is impulsive AF. If this gets another push up, yeah, that's looking really good. What is our nice little meme coin whiff doing over here? Other than dying. It's dead. It's over. Altcoin you can now put up for collateral on your mortgages. I wish I was kidding. British pound. Why would I? Mexi. Is this the one? I don't know. Which one? BitGet, does it have more? KuCoin. Yeah. KuCoin still around? Poloniex. I was so upset when KuCoin. I loved KuCoin. But then they started KYC. So I had to flee. You know what I mean? XRP, wow. XRP, wow, what? Are you saying wow that I am bullish on XRP? Altcoin looks like it wants to roll over, but I don't think it's gonna. But I mean, look at that. It does have a fair value gap down here, and this would coincide with a Bitcoin pullback. So, like us, and I'm gonna keep saying it until the cows come home, and that is July is the month. I express and I suggest patience because of how close I believe we are for full send. Catalyst unknown at this point in time. We did potentially get a trade deal with China made today. I think Donald Trump announced that. We'll have to, I haven't seen anything about that since earlier today, so I don't know any details on that. If it's true, whatever. I just saw it, and yeah. So trade deal with China. Announced, and then I guess just if tariffs just start knocking off one by one and inflation starts to come in low, and the labor market starts to really show some strong, that's a funny way of saying it, strong signs of weakness, heavy signs of weakness, some other synonym for a large amount or as Donald Trump would say, a hot and heavy sign of weakness. They're going at it hard and long. And yeah. Anyways, guys, I hope you all have a fantastic Friday, and I cannot wait to see you all again on Sunday evening for Macro Monday. Tomorrow, be safe with the core PCE numbers. I think that could be a pretty nice market driver, but going into the weekend, do expect, of course, as always, more chop than anything. Chop or downside, maybe slight upside, but just generally chop or downside is how the weekends play out most of the time, because there's hardly any volume on the weekends. Then Sunday we'll open up and see what happens. But yeah, man, it was a great week. Don't forget tomorrow to come back by the Piper Academy Network. Check out Good Morning Crypto with BC Port Corp. Then the morning market report with the OC guy and the one and only Army Piper. And then trading with OC in the evening. I will see you guys Sunday. Don't forget to go out there tomorrow. If you're out and about, give somebody a compliment. Even if you're not out and about, you do it online. You know, if you're one of your friends online or something, in a Discord, in the Piper Academy Discord, link pinned in the chat. And yeah, just tell someone that you've noticed their improvement in trading or in charting, or yeah, and or just say, hey, I think you're doing a great job. You're asking the right questions. You're learning. Just be kind, be generous, and you know, don't say it unless you mean it. Don't just say it. If someone sucks at trading, don't tell them they're amazing at it. Okay? Don't tell them they suck either. But you can tell them, hey, I see you've been making some progress. You should keep that up. Oh, I saw you were talking about making rules for yourself. That's awesome. You should stick to that, you know. You're doing an amazing job. Or if you're in person with someone and you just see that they're wearing nice new shoes, you say nice shoes. Just give someone a compliment, make their day, and make the world a better place. But until I see you guys on Sunday, I do hope you all have an amazing, beautiful, wonderful, radical weekend. Mad love. I'll catch you later. Peace out. Guys, love you. Bye.
On the chart like a priest in the zone, praying to the wicks and the candles tone, sipping that slippage, feeling that FOMO, portfolio flex like it's holy promo, sacrifice fiat, selling the pump, altars of alpha, wallets get plump, lunar eclipse, my stop loss missed, and I'm baptized in that bullish bliss. Oh moon gods, bring us the gains, light up the sky, burn off our chains. Bring us the gains. Eyes wide shut, undivine with the play, spirit in sync with the market's phase. Confluence hit, I go full send. Lambo dreams that never end. Fibonacci carved in stone, sacred trend lines, bullish tone. Chart prime whispers in my ear. Take the trade, release the fear. Burn the doubt, cleanse the wick. Let the dip be real quick. Oh moon gods. bitch, feeling that FOMO. Portfolio flex like it's early promo. Sacrifice fiat, summon the pump. Objects of the alpha whales get plump. Lunar eclipse, my stop loss missed. Now I'm baptized in that bullish bliss. Oh moon gods, bring us the gains. Gains, bulls break all our chains. To the moon